Right now, police say they have a strong suspect in the murder of the United Healthcare CEO. The details they have so far and the unlikely place that suspect was caught.
And the DOT is moving forward with new road projects in our area, how they could affect you and make the roads safer.
Plus, all aboard for joy and cheer. The holiday train making its rounds through our state, how this annual tradition supports each community it rolls through.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5. We'll start with a look at your first sworn weather forecast with meteorologist Kelly Slifka out on the patio. Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, another nice day. We were in the 50s, managed to get in the 50s again today with the sunshine. A bit of a southwest breeze today. That wind will eventually switch around the northwest and bring us some cooler weather a little bit later on tonight. But right now, we're still sitting in the mid-40s, 46 degrees after getting up to 51 officially. Southwest winds still up there at 8 miles per hour eventually, as mentioned. They are starting to pick up a little bit more off to the west. That's out ahead of a cold front that'll be arriving here over the next couple of hours, and that'll halt the mild temperatures that we've had the last several days. In fact, pretty cold, especially by tomorrow afternoon, Wednesday, and especially Thursday before we get out of the deep freeze by Friday. May see some snow showers or flurries with that Arctic air that's arriving by the middle of the week. That'll be arriving later in the morning into the early afternoon hours, and then it turns bitterly cold. A little bit of light snow or mixed with a little bit of rain, it looks like later Friday night going into Saturday. That's our next big precipitation maker. 48 in Madison, officially 46 in Middleton, 49 right now in Windsor. We do have some beautiful sunset going down, 46 degrees right now. Temperatures falling into the 30s as those winds switch around the northwest. Talk about that Arctic blast that's headed our way and when we can expect it coming up.
All right, Kelly, thank you. There's been a major development in the manhunt for the person of interest in the brazen shooting death of the United Healthcare CEO.
Law enforcement is now questioning a man in custody in Altoona, Pennsylvania in connection with the murder. Tom Hansen reports from New York.
Authorities in Pennsylvania are questioning a person of interest in connection to the shooting death of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson.
He matches the description of the identification we've been looking for.
The man, identified as 26-year-old Luigi Mangione, was arrested at an Altoona McDonald's Monday morning on firearms charges after an employee called in a tip. Officials say Mangione was carrying a ghost gun and a silencer.
Also recovered was a fraudulent New Jersey ID, matching the ID our suspect used to check into his New York City hostel before the shooting incident.
Officials have combed through thousands of hours of video since the targeted attack in front of a Midtown hotel last week, deploying drones, K-9 units, and scuba divers in Central Park. Dive teams scoured a pond in the park looking for more evidence after finding a backpack they believe belonged to the shooter in the area, containing a jacket and Monopoly money. Police believe the shooter headed to the Port Authority's bus station near the George Washington Bridge after ditching the bike he used to flee the scene of the crime.
This investigation is still active and ongoing.
Police say they've recovered a handwritten 3-page document from the person in custody indicating he had some ill will towards corporate America. They're also scrubbing his social media accounts as the investigation continues. Tom Hansen, CBS News, New York.
And police say Mangione was born and raised in Maryland and has ties to San Francisco. He attended college in Pennsylvania. His last known address was in Honolulu, Hawaii. He has no prior arrest history in New York.
Here in Dane County, commuters could see some big changes to local roadways.
That's because a DOT committee voted today to greenlight 2 new projects. Political reporter Will Keneally has more. Will?
Well, those 2 projects will certainly be felt here in Dane County. The state DOT wants to make improvements to Stoughton Road north of Highway 30 and the interstate connecting Madison to the Wisconsin Dells. Now, it's a combination of rebuilding the roads to improve traffic, but also some safety improvements that the DOT says is critically needed.
If a structural member of that bridge were to be taken out by a semi or something, there's a high likelihood that the entire bridge would collapse.
That's why staff at the DOT is recommending a series of changes to the I-90 corridor that spans from Madison to the Wisconsin Dells. Specifically, that bridge over Mirror Lake is part of a series of safety improvements the agency says it wants to address.
With the improvements that we're looking to make there, we anticipate fatalities would be reduced by approximately 20%.
That corridor is part of 2 projects an advisory committee for the DOT greenlit on Monday, including improvements to Stoughton Road north of Highway 30. These are key parts of Wisconsin roadways, helping generate tourism revenue.
It also acts as kind of a gateway through the state, connecting Madison, Milwaukee, Chicago, Twin Cities, and all over the Midwest.
That includes as much as $120 billion worth of freight that made its way through that stretch of Wisconsin last year. It makes a splash not only here, but
So no matter where you're at in the state, you're likely impacted by goods and services moving through here.
Now, the DOT estimates that the project will cost $3.7 billion with those improvements, but just to repair the existing road, it costs about $2.4 billion. Now, the committee's vote today will send the project to the state legislature as they debate the next 2-year budget in the spring.
All right, Will, thank you. The city of Madison is inviting residents to a ribbon cutting this Thursday on Madison's east side for their newest multi-use path. The cutting will be at 2 for the new Autumn Ridge path on Commercial Avenue. It'll create a shared use path connection between Milwaukee Street and Commercial Avenue. That includes a bridge over Highway 30 for pedestrians and a non-motorized crossing. City employees say they will expand the greater bike network of the area.
Madison Fire says nobody was injured after a candle fire at a home near the 151 and I-39 interchange. The fire happened on Greyhawk Trail at around 11 Saturday night. Firefighters found a candle in the middle of the kitchen table set, a wreath on fire, then the table, then the flooring beneath. MFD reminds everyone that candles should be at least a foot away from flammable items, only used on stable surfaces, kept away from children and pets, and never left unattended.
And meanwhile, in Stoughton, police say they have arrested a person who was responsible for a burglary on South Page Street. Officers say they responded to the home on Page Street where the owner chased off the suspect who had broken in last Wednesday. The home was equipped with surveillance cameras, and after investigating and circulating pictures online, officers identified a 55-year-old man. During the arrest, the suspect was combative and spit on 2 officers. He's now being held at the Dane County Jail, facing charges of burglary, battery to an officer, probation violation, and discharging bodily fluids at a public safety worker.
In Waushara County, Stephen Avery's case remains in an indefinite hold as the Wisconsin Appeals Court reviews motions related to his 2005 conviction for the murder of Teresa Hallbach. Avery maintains his innocence and has had several appeals denied. The murder happened in Manitowoc County, but the case has since been transferred to Judge Guy Dutcher in Waushara County. The appeals court is considering Avery's request for a new trial, citing an alternate suspect. This case gained international attention following the Netflix docuseries Making a Murderer.
Madison police officers are joining law enforcement around the country in raising awareness about devices that make regular firearms act like machine guns. Machine gun conversion devices, or switches, are illegal parts or combos of parts added to a firearm, mostly Glocks, that allow it to fire multiple shots with one pull of the trigger. Madison Police Detective Nick Cleary says here they've talked to more witnesses at scenes describing what sounds like a machine gun, and the number of shell casings at incidents indicate switches too. So he encourages people to report as many details as possible.
The ability to actually control the firearm is really the biggest problem. Even a trained shooter, your first 3 shots might be in the area of where you want, but then after that, the recoil is so fast, the cycling rate is so high that you'll never be able to control the firearm. So then you're sending bullets in directions of places you don't even know.
Cleary says some switches are visible mounted from the back plate of the gun, but others, called invisi switches, are only visible when the slide is opened. The Department of Justice has warned it's finding more guns in Wisconsin modified like this, and Cleary says the potential to be sent to federal or state prison for being caught with one is very high.
The U.S. Supreme Court has declined to hear a case challenging an Eau Claire school district policy that supports transgender students without parental consent. Parents claim the policy violated their rights, but lower courts dismissed the case for lack of standing. Justice Samuel Alito called the issue nationally significant.
Across the nation, math scores of 4th graders and 8th graders have declined sharply since 2019. Declines have largely been attributed to after effects after the pandemic. However, internationally, American students still trail behind their peers in math. In Wisconsin, public school math proficiency was at just 49% last year, followed by private school choice program students who were only 28% proficient in math. Teachers also blame chronic absenteeism. Nearly a quarter of all Wisconsin students missed at least a month of school last year.
Wisconsin's Department of Public Instruction is getting $10 million in grants to grow staffing for mental health services at schools across the state. The 5-year grant from the U.S. Department of Education is part of the school-based mental health professionals program. Wisconsin's DPI is just one of 22 recipients from around the country. State Superintendent Dr. Jill Underly says funds will be used to recruit and maintain school counselors, psychologists, and social workers.
Well, the Canadian Pacific Kansas City's Railroad 2024 holiday train is making its way through Wisconsin.
Our Kyle Pizorski is following its progress. Earlier this afternoon, Kyle caught up with the train in Madison.
Madison was the third stop for the Canadian Pacific Kansas City train here on Monday. First, they went to Coors and then to Wisconsin Dells. Right now on stage is the Lone Bellow. Before, they also had Sierra Kennedy. Now, this is quite the success for the train line. What they do is they go to each of these communities, hold a concert, show off the train, but they also collect food donations for local food banks. By doing that, they have collected more than 5.3 million pounds of food since 1999 when they began this. They're going to continue having this concert here in Madison tonight before heading up to Toma and then Sparta and La Crosse. Reporting here in Austin, Kyle Pizorski, News 3 Now.
Have you been to that thing before? It's cool.
Like I haven't, but it looks cool.
Yeah, they bring down the stage and all this like music performs out there just on the tracks. So there's lights inside. They dress up. It's a party at the train tracks. It's so much fun. All right, Kyle, thank you.
When we come back, a look at the big cool down over the next few days in your First Warn forecast.
And St. Jude is breaking ground on a showcase home. What this project will do to continue their mission.
And on Wall Street today, the Dow drops 240 points, NASDAQ down 123, and the S&P 500 drops 37. We'll be right back.
You're watching News 3 Now, brought to you by Cardinal Heating and Air Conditioning.
Nothing spoils the spirit like a clock that just won't end. Get $50 off a highly efficient, ultra-quiet garbage disposal. With its superior grinding, you'll be able to tackle the toughest food scraps with confidence. Schedule your upgrade at cardinalservice.com.
Save big money on your next painting project at Menards. Pittsburgh Ultra Interior Paint and Primer in One provides a durable, washable finish. Grab a gallon of Ultra Interior Paint, starting at just $18.97. Give your home a grand finish with Pittsburgh Grand Distinction Interior Paint. It's a premium paint and primer with excellent durability and comes in over 750 one-coat colors. A gallon starts at $32.87 after $7 mail-in rebate.
Quartz takes a different approach to health insurance. We know every life well lived is a journey, and we're here to light the way at every step. That's why for 40 years, we've been alongside the doctors and hospitals who know what their communities need. Because they're a part of them. Because we're a part of them. There's a fire burning in all of us. Let's ignite it together. Quartz. Find your spark.
I was an occupational therapist and I had lost my position. I was able to just go the next day, oh well, I can dash. I love it for the freedom. I can schedule myself. Also, dashing just gives you a sense of purpose. Having portable benefits would be really awesome for me because I could use them to help cover my vision, co-pays, and adding to my 401k. And I could continue to build that till I retire.
Don't let an appliance breakdown break you down. Fridge on the fritz, stay cool. With affordable in-stock options, we'll have one delivered to your door in no time. Brothers Maine. Feel like family.
I'm Eric Franke with this live Channel 3000.
Expect even more from Channel 3000 Plus.
One with this live Channel 3000.
Live updates from the News 3 Now team. Breaking news as it happens.
Good morning and happy Thursday. Temperature.
Weather every 10 minutes.
Meteorologist Alex Harrington with your news.
Free on your time. Download the app, connect to your streaming TV, and connect with News 3 Now on Channel 3000 Plus. Channel 3000 Plus, powered by News 3 Now, helping you move your day forward.
You'll definitely want to join me tonight at the 6 o'clock newscast as we break down that polar front Wednesday with snow showers and the latest on a mix by the end of the week.
Then all aboard the holiday train, how these lights shine hope and help for Wisconsin families tonight at 6.
Start your new day with the News 3 Now This Morning team, bringing you local breaking news, exploring all that makes our area special, and letting you know what to expect when you head out the door. The Emmy Award-winning News 3 Now This Morning, weekdays. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Victory Homes of Wisconsin is partnering with St. Jude's to build the first St. Jude Showcase home ever in Wisconsin. The home will be displayed during next year's Spring Parade of Homes, also marking the 75th Parade of Homes here in Madison. The home is being built in Waunakee on Lot 148 of Kilkenny Farms West. David with Victory Homes says a visit to St. Jude's Hospital made the project a no-brainer.
When I came back to Phil and John, the business partners of Victory Homes as well, it was a no-brainer that was something we definitely wanted to be part of, to be able to give back to the community, and definitely for an unbelievable cause.
After the Parade of Homes, the Showcase home will be put on the market, and all of the proceeds will be donated to St. Jude's. The group will use that money for research efforts with the goal of eliminating childhood cancer and other life-threatening diseases.
Tonight, the Sun Prairie School Board will be holding its first meeting since the resignation of board member Lisa Goldsberry. This is the second resignation of a board member in the past 2 months and trails on the resignation of East High School Principal Renee Coleman. If you'd like to speak at this meeting, you have to register ahead of time. You can find information on sunprairieschools.org. Tune in at 6 tonight when Artenasia Shaw will be live at the meeting with more information.
Now to a look at your firstborn forecast. Meteorologist Kelly Slifka joins us now. Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, good afternoon, guys. Good evening. We are looking at some mild temperatures yet today, but this is it. It looks like it's just about done with. We're going to see a roller coaster ride, and it looks like the dip that we get is going to be pretty strong, but it's not going to last real long. We'll talk more about that coming up. But tomorrow, we're really going to start to see the colder weather settle in. Wednesday, we're going to get a blast of some even colder air that'll continue into Thursday before moderating going into the upcoming weekend. A little bit of light snow with that Arctic blast coming in Wednesday, and then another chance for some snow, maybe mixed with a little bit of rain late Friday night going into Saturday. Here's our cold front that's going to put a halt to the 50s that we've had over the last several days, including today, 51. That'll be marching through over the next couple of hours, and that's what's going to usher in some of that colder air. There's a little bit more cloud cover behind it. We will expect those clouds to move on through, and highs tomorrow may not even get up to 30. Then another shot of some cold air comes in Wednesday. That 22 will likely occur in the morning. Temperatures falling throughout the afternoon. Look at that high on Thursday, only of 11. Our average high is about 33, 34 degrees throughout the week. We get a little bit closer to that Friday, and then we're once again above average going into the upcoming weekend into early next week. Beautiful photo captured this morning. Thanks, Paula, from sending this in. Overlooking, I believe that's Lake Mendota. You can see that seagull there in the foreground. Beautiful shot there. We got a beautiful sunset here as well. This is our Platteville sky cam. Temperatures are dropping through the 40s. Noticing we'll be in the 30s by 8 o'clock. So that's behind that cold front. Waking up to some colder temperatures tomorrow morning. We will see more cloud cover rolling through as we go through the evening hours. That wind switch around the northwest, that'll drop our temperatures down into the upper 20s by tomorrow morning. Looking at a little bit of sunshine tomorrow afternoon, not going to really warm us up much as we only get into the upper 20s to around 30. Now, Wednesday may start out dry. We'll be in the 20s, but watch as that band of some snow showers rolls on through. I don't expect a whole lot of snow, but there may be a brief period of some reduced visibilities later in the morning into the early afternoon hours before that all moves on to the east. But take a look at what happens to the temperatures. Later in the afternoon, they fall into the teens. So we're going to see some falling temperatures on Wednesday. And then we've got some really strong winds that'll be picking up Wednesday afternoon. Wind speeds, these are sustained winds of 20, 25 mile per hour sustained winds. That'll continue Wednesday night even into Thursday morning. Wind chill values starting out in the teens Wednesday morning. But as we get into late afternoon hours, we're talking about falling well below zero. And they'll likely be well below zero, maybe approaching 20 below zero later Wednesday night. All right, the good news is, as mentioned, it doesn't look like that cold Arctic blast is going to last long. So we've got the warm up this weekend, and this is the 8 to 14 day outlook. So looking out almost to Christmas Eve there, December 23rd, above average temperatures, and it looks like it's going to be fairly dry as well. We're sitting at 44 in the Dells, 42 in Juneau, Watertown at 46, 44 in Lone Rock, Madison at 46, 43 in Janesville, and across Dane County. Some locations now dropping into lower 40s, even down to 39 in Perry, 41 in Mount Horeb and Cross Plains, while it's 45 currently in Middleton, Sun Prairie at 41. All right, our firstborn forecast, 29 tomorrow, 22 with the morning high. Those temperatures falling into the teens with a band of some snow showers. Won't accumulate to much, just trace amounts, maybe a coating for some. But look at that high on Thursday after starting out at 1, only getting up to 11. Wind chill values remaining well below zero, especially in the morning. Start to rebound a little bit It looks like that chance of snow on Friday, mainly Friday night, may mix with a little bit of rain before ending Saturday afternoon, and temperatures in the upper 30s this weekend. And you can see pretty seasonable temperatures going into next week. All right, our first one in traffic. Really, we don't have a whole lot of delays, minor delays on the Beltline. There is one crash. This is coming off of I-39, I-90 on the exit ramp going to 151 northbound. Have a crash. That's our first one in traffic.
And just after the break, studies show reading to children has benefits beyond education. The methods to try with your children after this.
Our first warm weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Hurry into Shopko Optical before your vision benefits expire. Our professional team will walk you through your options, and together, we will maximize your benefits on exams, frames, contact lenses, and more. Your personalized eye care awaits. Visit Shopko Optical today.
It shouldn't be this easy to get a dinner this tasty on the table. Our all-new, no antibiotics ever, all-natural pork and chicken meatballs heat up in minutes and are delicious in a variety of dishes or appetizers. They're as easy as heat, sauce, and serve. They're packed with protein and free from gluten, dairy, soy, and wheat. They're so juicy and flavorful because we use only high-quality ingredients and a few simple spices. Jones, making mealtime better since 1889.
Karen's about to retire. Here's what's going into her retirement.
There's us. She raised us on our own.
10 years as my roller derby wife.
3. Preschool she's opened.
She's a mother.
I think we turned out all right.
She's a friend.
Our mothers could tell stories.
She's a teacher.
She may be retiring, but she's not done.
I'm never gonna stop.
Retirement is the sum of your life's work. Now what? Get income for life and protect your life's work with Prudential.
This is you. And you are why we do what we do. Each and every one of you are wonderful, amazing people. So we'll treat you that way on your journey of trusted care. Because the way you, and you feel matters. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health, know how much you matter to this world.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
This is for all the lonely people, thinking that life has passed them by. Don't give up until you drink from the silver cup and ride that highway in the sky.
Your eyewear should be as individual as you. With Shopko Optical's extensive selection of frames and lenses, our optometrists will learn about you and help you customize the right choice for your lifestyle. Visit Shopko Optical and find your new signature style today.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Well, many studies show the benefits of reading to children that go beyond literacy.
Now, the American Academy of Pediatrics is putting the spotlight on the positive parenting practice of shared reading. And as Michael George tells us, it should start when children are infants.
Ooh, yummy, yummy. 1-year-old Saori is trying to eat the delicious fruit she sees in her favorite book. Her mom, Julissa Costa, started reading to her when she was just an infant.
She was licking the book. She wanted that blueberry. They still are able to understand the concepts that you give them, no matter how small you think they are.
The American Academy of Pediatrics says it's something all parents and caregivers should be doing, reading aloud with newborns and young children, because the positive parenting practice has benefits for a lifetime.
We've known for years that young children who have parents who look at books with them and talk to them, that their language development is improved. Those positive experiences also shape the child's social and emotional development, shape the child's excitement later on when it comes time to go to school. And
Study author Dr. Perry Klass says print books are best for young children.
Holding the book, turning the pages, all of that helps young children understand how the books work and how they can elicit from their parents the kinds of reactions and language that they want to hear.
The AAP says pediatricians should encourage shared reading at least through kindergarten.
Lola's daddy reads a story.
The Acosta's pediatrician works with Reach Out and Read, which provides books in low-income communities in New York at child well visits.
I want my kids to know that no matter where they live, where they come from, we can have a window into another world through reading.
You love cheese.
A world filled with discovery and adventures. Michael George, CBS News.
The AAP emphasizes that while touchscreens and other electronic devices are popular for reading, they don't offer the same interactive benefits of reading a print book together.
Well, a final check of the weather when we come back.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you all for coming and sharing this time with the family.
Stay strong for Grandpa. We'll see you at the field.
When you leave this earth, don't leave any regrets. Crest Funeral and Cremation Services helped us make sure Grandpa's never forgotten. We are Crest Funeral and Cremation Services because we know your memories matter.
There's nothing better than a great night's sleep on a Tempur-Pedic mattress from Steinhoffels. Discover the advanced pressure-relieving power of a Tempur-Pedic, making aches and pains a thing of the past. Right now, Queen Tempur-Pedics start at just $52 per month when you use Steinhoffels' 60-month special financing. Plus, you get $300 in Steinhoffels cash. Don't overpay for a good night's sleep. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com.
You don't need to battle addiction alone. Contact the great people at Wood Violet Recovery today. You could be on your way to recovery the same day. Wood Violet Recovery works with a wide range of insurance networks, so a large portion of your treatment may be covered. Wood Violet Recovery will create the treatment plan that best suits your needs. Unlike other rehab facilities, phones and laptops are welcome. Today may feel dark, but there's a brighter tomorrow. Contact Wood Violet Recovery now.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
I just this morning made a new hole in my belt, so that was super exciting.
Why are women everywhere choosing Sonobello, the advanced solution for permanent fat removal?
I saw the results immediately. It's the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
My waist is tiny. I'm very, very happy.
I'm nearly 50, y'all, and my abs haven't been this flat since before I had kids.
For a limited time, take advantage of Sonobello's best offer of the year. Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
Check it out, Snatch Waist. Loving the results.
It will change your life. It did for me.
Call 1-888-510-6198 now or go to sonobello.com to claim special pricing.
Follow the beat of Butch Vig with Madison Magazine. How a kid with a drum kit became a visionary DIY producer, musician, and Grammy winner. The local legend tells all in a home studio sit-down. Madison Magazine, online and on newsstands now. And the winner is Madison Magazine. Proud to earn 11 Milwaukee Press Club Awards for excellence in Wisconsin journalism. And the top prize for civic journalism in this year's National City and Regional Magazine Awards.
Coming up tonight here on the CBS Evening News, the police identify and arrest a strong person of interest in the killing of the United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. What we know about the motive, plus how a McDonald's employee helped authorities end the manhunt. We've got that and more headlines tonight, so join us on the CBS Evening News.
Here's a fun one. Taco Bell is testing a new cafe concept that is not focused on its namesake product. The restaurant will instead focus on the chain's beverages. It's called Live Mas Cafe, features a new menu that includes milkshakes, coffees, and its trademark Mountain Dew Baja Blast. You guys, I'm obsessed with frozen Baja Blast. They're so good.
I've never even heard of it.
I've had Baja Blast, the regular non-frozen version, but not frozen.
Well, what's the point of it if it's not frozen? No, yes. It's like a slushie, which I'm really into slushies too.
The point is it's a soda.
No, the point is that it's frozen and it's, it tastes so good. But it's like a soda.
Yeah.
But frozen.
I've only had soda version. Okay, all right, I gotta get it.
Well, it's the soda version. One time I was in the drive-thru and I asked for it, and they gave me the non-frozen version, and I circled back.
Oh boy,
I was like, I don't want
the frozen.
Yeah, I want the frozen version. They're so good.
You're still gonna drink the frozen version though in the cold that we're gonna get soon?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, Thursday. You're gonna take us there Thursday?
Absolutely.
I'm not going. I can tell you that. Yeah, we've got some really cold weather on the way. Tonight we are going to see temperatures drop. You can see already over in Decorah, Iowa, 36 degrees. That's that cold front that'll be marching through this evening, so these temperatures will fall. Probably up close to 30 tomorrow with a mix of clouds and sun. Another cold front arrives. This one's coming way up from the polar regions, coming down on Wednesday afternoon. Those temperatures will fall into the teens. We'll see some snow showers roll on through. Minor accumulation with that. Waking up to some locations below zero Thursday morning. 1 in the city, 11 for the high with sunshine, but wind chill values well below zero. Another chance for some snow showers, it looks like later Friday night into Saturday. Minor accumulation with that. May mix a little bit of rain before tapering off Saturday. But then we get out of the deep freeze, it looks like, for the weekend. Temperatures in the 30s. And it looks like going into next week, temperatures much more seasonable. No big storm systems headed away. And I was looking out ahead toward Christmas Eve already. Looks like it's going to be fairly mild. The temperatures well in the 30s. No big storms, at least now that we're seeing anytime soon. So that is good news.
No Christmas snow?
Not yet. We'll wait and see what happens.
We'll wait.
Oh, wait.
Start dreaming.
See you on Thursday for the Baja Blast we're going to get.
Sounds good.
And see you guys tonight at 6.